Landed us in the charming Irish town of Cobh. In typical Irish fashion, although spelt C-O-B-H, this town is actually called Cobh. Perhaps the naming ceremony took place after the celebration and it was left to a shaky official to fill in the form. It's a sleepy waterfront town. Well, it's sleepy until they crank up the bells of the cathedral's carillon, the largest carillon in Ireland and England, guaranteed to clear the whiskey fug from a shaky official's head. When Scenic's new 6-star Discovery yacht Scenic Eclipse launches, it'll dock right here in this famous harbour. This is the second largest natural harbour in the world after Sydney Harbour, and one that's been stamped with something of a trinity of tragedy. This was the embarkation point for thousands of convicts transported to Australia. It was the embarkation point for 2.5 million Irish fleeing to the US to escape the ravages of the potato famine, and it was the final port of call for the Titanic. Oh, this is the pier.
Exactly, yeah, this is the pier, Heartbreak Pier.
Right.
So this is the original pier that's there since 1912, and it was called Heartbreak Pier because obviously mostly it would have been third-class passengers who would have left from here, and third-class passengers leaving on a boat were generally going to America, so they had to say goodbye to their friends, families and loved ones for the very last time.
This was the embarkation point for 123 passengers of the Titanic. Of those, 44 survived its sinking. This museum now stands to honour those that succumbed to the icy waters and to give an insight into the fateful maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic. As well as hearing the story from the point of view of the passengers, the Titanic Experience houses replicas of first and third class cabins, which were actually quite palatial for the time.
So included in the ticket price, which was £8, there was your blanket, sheets and pillows for the bed, whereas on other liners you were expected to bring your own. And they did have running water in their room with a little basin, and they had electricity when most people didn't have running water or electricity in their own homes.
With the country's history of hardships, it's no surprise the Irish love a tipple, and when it comes to a national drink, it's a tight tussle between their beloved Guinness and their love of Irish whiskey. George Bernard Shaw said, "Whiskey is liquid sunshine." James Joyce said, "The light music of whiskey falling into a glass, an agreeable interlude." W.C. Fields said, "Always carry a flagon of whiskey in case of snake bite. Furthermore, always carry a small snake." Why is it that actors, musicians and writers are so seduced by whiskey? Just a half-hour drive from Cobh on the outskirts of Cork is the Jameson Experience. Though it closed its doors back in 1975, the old distillery has been beautifully preserved, with some of its original buildings dating back as far as the late 1700s.
This is the water wheel over here.
And this is driven by the river?
By the water power, yeah, exactly, and it was powering the whole distillery up until 1975 when it closed.
These days there's a new modern distillery at the back of the complex. There's no comparison to the charm of the original. Wow!
Yeah.
That is a monster still.
Yeah, this is the largest one in the world. It can hold 32,000 gallons or 144,000 litres.
It's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? So a fire was lit underneath. That fire below this pot still would have used 4 tons of coal every 24 hours.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Naturally, a tasting is all part of the experience, and I've been given the daunting task of comparing Irish, Scotch and bourbon whiskies. First up, of course, the Irish. That is smooth and vanilla-y.
Yeah, you get the sweetness on it, yeah.
The Scotch. Oh, yeah. It's not as smooth.
Not as smooth, no.
The Scotch is not as smooth as the Irish. You'd be happy to hear that.
I'm very happy to hear it.
And the bourbon.
Very creamy.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Jameson's
best.
is the one.
Delighted to hear that.
Join Scenic on an all-inclusive 14-day luxury meets discovery ocean cruise to the Iberian Peninsula and Ireland on board the 6-star Scenic Eclipse. All-inclusive means spacious veranda suites, all meals and drinks, shore and discovery excursions, plus much more. Prices start from just $11,995 per person, twin share. Book now and save 10%. And just for Getaway viewers, visit scenic.com.au/getaway now to get US $200 per couple on board credit for the 12th of May 2019 departure. To book or request a free brochure, visit scenic.com.au or call 138 128. After the break, we're off to Waterford. Established as a settlement by the Vikings back in the 900s, Waterford is Ireland's oldest city.